Hey, greetings and good morning, y'all. How are you all doing during these coronavirus times? Are y'all still alive after being with your kids for almost a whole week? Lord bless all the parents in the building. I hope that everybody is good, surviving. I hope you were stocked up on toilet tissue. Did your local store restock? Did that closing down the stores for a couple hours? I hope that helped you all get your toilet paper inventories to a manageable level, because y'all, it is really crazy out here in these streets right now. So what I wanted to do was I really just wanted to come on here just for a little bit and talk about high blood pressure. And why high blood pressure? Y'all, I get a lot of questions about high blood pressure. And that's because it is really, really, really prevalent in our society, especially amongst Black people. Even yesterday, I had somebody ask me about high blood pressure and some different ways that they can, like how they can treat their high blood pressure and like what they can do to lower it. And so I just wanted to come on today. I'm not going to even say really quick. Because y'all know I am a certified nutritionist. I got a whole nutrition certification. I got a master's degree in healthcare, dual bachelor's degrees. And so been studying healthcare for a lot of years. And so today I just put together some information on high blood pressure. And so number one, it's like, why is hypertension or high blood pressure so prevalent? And really, it's so prevalent because of our diet, our standard American diet, what we eat, the chemicals and stuff that are in our foods, how we process the foods, how our body metabolizes the food, breaks it down, doesn't break it down. Really, hypertension is caused by bad eating habits. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. And so it's caused by our bad eating habits, and so it really can be fixed by it. So what is high blood pressure or hypertension? It's when your arteries are constricted, and it makes it really hard for the blood to pump through your arteries and through your heart. It's very, very common, but it's also very, very preventable. But it does lead to other major health concerns, such as heart disease and other potentially fatal conditions. And that is why it is so important that you get a hold of your health. It can exist for years and years with no symptoms. Like, there is no face to hypertension. Like, there is nothing that says, you're going to look like this or you're going to look like that, or these are the outward symptoms if you do have hypertension. Okay. So you can't look for warning signs in your family members. They actually have to go to a doctor, go to a healthcare professional and get diagnosed that way. But when it gets really bad, this is when it's really, really bad, you'll start to have headaches, shortness of breath, and even nosebleeds. But that's when your hypertension or high blood pressure has gotten really, really bad. The most common form is called essential hypertension. And really, it's just really like a part of aging, even though I'm noticing that younger kids are starting to have high blood pressure issue. And again, that comes from the lack of good nutrition, a poor diet. And there is no single definable cause that causes hypertension or high blood pressure. There's no one thing that causes it. So some risk factors for hypertension are obesity. Because obesity causes the clogging of your arteries, because obesity comes from eating not good foods. A lot of times it comes from eating packaged foods and foods with no real nutritional value to them. So that causes artery clogging, fatty liver disease, diabetes. How many people do you know that have diabetes, that suffer from diabetes? And I'm not talking about the type of diabetes that you're born with. I'm talking about the diabetes that your health and your eating habits causes. And it makes it harder for your body to push nutrients to where they need to be. Another risk factor to hypertension is inactivity. Inactivity is also a huge risk factor. So our sedentary jobs and our lack of exercises have caused us to have a whole host of diseases, and hypertension is one of them. And not exercising and being active actually causes your resting heart rate to be high. And that's basically your heart rate when you're not doing anything. A higher heart rate means that your heart it's harder for your heart to pump blood, which then increases your blood pressure. Too much sodium is also a risk factor, and that's something that I didn't know because I've never really studied hypertension before. It's not something that I necessarily dealt with, or anybody that I know that's really close to me has dealt with. But now that I think about it, I do have somebody close to me that does deal with it, or did deal with it. But too much sodium is absolutely a risk factor. High sodium levels are one of the most common causes of early high blood pressure. But it's in everything. Sodium is in everything that we eat and when we drink. Like if you look on the back of those nutrition labels, you'll see that sodium and its different names are in a lot of the foods that we eat and consume. And so just pay attention to that, to what you're eating when your doctor says to look for sodium levels. So some ways that you can prevent high blood pressure and hypertension is by nourishing your body, supplementing what you eat, detoxing your system. And these things have been shown to put your body in a state that can help reverse hypertension. I actually looked into it, and there are a lot of studies that show that those three things I said, nourishing your body, supplementing what you eat, and detoxing, has been shown to lower your systolic, I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, systolic, which is your top number, your top points, by, in a lot of cases, 20 to 30 points, which is a huge, what word am I looking for? A lot of pressure off of your heart from having your blood, from having your, it causes your heart to not have to work so hard. Y'all, I don't know why my words keep escaping me today. My words just keep leaving me today. But 20 to 30 points by just changing what you eat, supplementing what you eat, and detoxing is a really huge thing. And these values will continue to remain healthy as long as a healthy lifestyle is maintained. So y'all, again, nourishing your body, supplementing what you eat, and detoxing will greatly decrease your risk factors as it becomes to hypertension. And I'm doing this live today because so many people in the last few days have come to me and have asked me questions about hypertension. And if this is something that you're dealing with, please know it's totally preventable and it's totally reversible. But you have to take action steps in order to prevent it and to reverse it. If it runs in your family, it doesn't have to come your way, okay? If it does run in your family, it probably has a lot to do with what you all eat and consume as a family. It probably has a lot to do with that. So just make sure that you're eating and consuming nourishing foods. Give me a second, okay, baby? Give me a second, Ayana. So in conclusion, hypertension is totally preventable, treatable, and reversible. A good detox and flooding your body with nutrition and movement are also key to fixing about, in all honesty, really, doesn't that fix just about everything these days? A good diet, a good detox, and movement fixes so many of the health concerns that we have these days. And hypertension is just one of them. So for more tips and tricks on exactly how to help reduce and eliminate hypertension, message me and let's talk. You don't have to deal with it. It doesn't have to be in your history. It doesn't have to be in your future. So let's just talk about it. DM me. Let's have a conversation about it. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.